What is up? What is up, YouTube? This is part 2. P Diddy and Ashton Kutcher exposed bodyguard. Big Gene, baby. How y'all doing? Let me get my position together. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's continue where we left off at, y'all. Let's check it out. Here we go.
I don't really want to believe that he was that behind Big being murdered.
Yes.
Because that Big thing was a whole to bring that type of behavior that led to those.
Whoa.
You know, I say this all the time.
Hold up. It's skipped, y'all, because it's been sitting up there because we're going to continue.
He set up the atmosphere. I don't really know. You know what I mean?
Because if someone said to me 3 years ago that he was involved in the 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 and the big and other things that's been getting said and done to him now, you wouldn't have believed it. You would have think it was a bit far-fetched conspiracy theories, but now, personally, I feel as if he got 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦, personally believe he was involved in the biggie. Would you agree with that?
I think that he set up the atmosphere for both of those kids. He didn't have anything to do. He set up the atmosphere to bring that type of behavior that led to those kids' death. You know, I say this all the time. I don't really want to believe that he was that diabolical.
Yes.
Behind Big being murdered. Because that Big thing was a whole setup, and we know that. But feelings will never change facts. But facts will change feelings. And knowing that, I know that it's certain things that happened and didn't happen
that should have happened.
Hey guys, thank you for watching our videos. If you want to check out our live channel, the Music Recording Network Live, where we dive deeper into videos that we put up and talk about different things that's going on in the world. You can participate in our chat, or you can come on live. You don't even have to show your face. Go to our live channel, subscribe, voice your opinion, because we would like to hear from you and help us come up with solutions. Now, let's continue on with this video.
That led to Big's death. So I'm at a crossroad with that.
Do you think you'll ever get closure from that? Ever?
If the LAPD justice system ever realized they want to do real justice by opening up all those cases and what people said and the stuff that they sealed, unseal it, and let everybody see it.
Who should be most worried being involved with Diddy being in prison? Who should be most worried that could potentially happen to them who was close to him? Could other people be in with him with all the shit that he's going through now?
I think the people that was doing security for him, the people that were setting things up, they should be worried. They actually should be worried as fuck, because the Southern District is not going to play with them. You understand? I could come here and say and look you and anybody in the eye and tell them that I'm not worried. They can go back to the day he was conceived. You understand? When he was just a nut in his dad's scrotum sack. They can go all the way back to that time, and I'm not worried about not one thing. I said it, and it's the only thing they can ever bring me into court on him about in a situation when he said about Danity Kane. When he said the stuff about Danity Kane. And me and him was arguing that whole night. We was joking. And when I mean joking, we was snapping at each other. We was going at each other the whole night behind that. And some of the things that he was saying about me. When he said that if they keep messing with me, I'm going to drug their ass out and pimp them out to my ninjas. And you know what I'm saying. That's what he said. Did I hear him say that? Yes, I did. What happened after that? I said, man, them somebody MF daughters. What the F is you talking about? He said, go ahead on, old broke ass cop. You know what I'm saying? Broke, I said, I got a watch, you got a watch. I got a ring, you got a ring. I got a chain, you got a chain. I got a house, you got a house. I got a car, you got a car. You ain't got nothing I ain't got. You don't have nothing that I don't have. Nigga, I got money. I got money. I got so much money I eat it. I say, so that's why your teeth green around there? You need to stop. Take that shit out your diet. Don't ingest it no more. And plus, what I want you to do is get you an Effident. You know what an Effident is?
Yeah.
It's a tablet that's used for your denture. We having this conversation. You know, ain't nobody laughing at what I'm saying at all. You understand? Everything he's saying, broke ass cop, they falling. I'm just looking at these motherfuckers, these asses. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers right there. So then,
that's how
it was funny. The next morning, I come to the house, you know, because he go get the kids in the morning and everything like that. This is a Sunday morning. And so then, for some reason, he calls over the intercom telling me, yo, Puff wants you upstairs. So, fuck what he want me for? So I go upstairs. And so then he said, yo, Gene, I was laying here thinking about how you was talking about me last night. I was dying. I was laughing so fucking hard. He said I was laughing hard as fuck, boy. He said you was terrible. I said, yo, none of your people was laughing at you. He said, yeah, I know they not gonna laugh at me. You understand? He said, but I was laughing like a motherfucker, man. He said, you had me, he said I was bent though. I wanted to laugh so bad. He said, yo, but you can't do that shit no more. You can't talk about me in front of people. I said, motherfucker, stop talking about me. I won't talk about you. You don't say nothing about me. I won't say nothing about you. All right? He said, all right, cool. So we stopped joking from that point on.
Did he threaten you to drug you up and him to send people in? Was that a threat?
What?
Did he threaten you to drug you and send people in? Is that what you says there at the start of that?
No, he said that about Danity Kane.
He says
that group.
He will drug them up.
He said I drug their ass off and pimp them out to my ninjas. That's what he said. So that's the only reason they could bring me into court on anything about that, because I heard him say that. Whether it's true or not, whether he did it or not, I wasn't around there for that. And then when he said it, I checked it. Man, them somebody motherfucking daughters. What the fuck is you talking about? And then that's how we got into that whole dialogue of what I just told you.
But he was saying that sort of stuff back then.
He said that in front of everybody in the studio.
But I'm
not the only one that heard
But that's what I'm saying. The stuff that he's charged with now, he was saying that stuff 20 years ago.
Yeah, he was saying that shit back there in 2004. He said that shit. I swear for living Jesus, he said that.
And who were that group?
Danity Kane?
Yeah.
That's one of his girls groups from Making It a Band.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. They sold a lot of records. That's that girl group that MTV had him make called Making It a Band.
What about the new allegations now with apparently a 10-year-old with the MTV show? And have you seen them?
I seen the allegations, man, and that shit is crazy. And I don't know if some of those kids was around. You know what I'm saying? I knew a few of the people from. I would see a few of the people from Making It a Band, but he wasn't around them like that. Like they try to make it seem like on television. He wasn't even around them like that. You know what I'm saying?
See, this is the thing. It's the same as like Michael Jackson stuff, with so many names coming out and trying to get money. It's just to get the truth and what he's actually done instead of I wouldn't say it was a handful of people, but you don't want just people coming out the woodwork. And
they are though.
I would never.
They are though.
People,
you got people who never. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm sorry. You got people who never was around that do podcast shows and they know everything that was around. How? You wasn't there. How you speaking on something that you don't know? If I'm gonna speak on something, it's gonna be, I was there, I was around, I heard. I'm gonna say where I got the information from. The main thing, they'll let people come on any kind of show and say whatever the F they want to say, and then not one time do one person say, yo, so where did you get that information from? How do you know that's to be true? Like if I would have just said, he said that he was going to, Puff said that he was going to drug Danity Kane and pimp him out to his ninjas, right? So then I would expect you to say, well, how do you know that? Where did you hear that from? Who told you that? Shouldn't you, as a person that want to give the truth out to people on where somebody got their information from? I can say I heard him say that. When I told you that him and Jay-Z and Ashton Kutcher we went to the Nets game together, Jay was already there. I could tell you that. You know why? Because I was there. When Jay greeted him, he said, yo, how your skinny white girl? He said, how your skinny white girl? I heard that.
Wow.
See, it's a difference from people coming onto these shows and saying other shit that they heard from the internet, regurgitating somebody else's story and making it their story.
Facts.
And it's good that you, as a podcaster, is saying, yo, I want to get the truth out. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. How many people are doing that, though?
Podcasts used to be independent. There used to be people independent. Now it's all big business. Now people are getting paid to have guests on to promote an agenda. Like I say, I don't know if everything that you say is right. I don't know if all the guests that come on is right. I can only ask the questions to hear the story, to then people give an opinion. But nowadays, we've got so many podcasts. We've got so many people, like you say, coming out the woodwork and talking pure shit. And it's they can promote a narrative as well, because podcasts are bigger than the media now. This is the new media, whether people like to believe it or not. Right. And it's a massive platforms for people to then promote whatever they've got. But I just see it's been more becoming into the corporate side of things with all these big entertainment industries to then pushing agendas. It's yeah. What do you think the outcome will be with the Diddy stuff?
Well, if I know the Southern District and they don't lose, they're either going to get what they want if they're looking for somebody, or they're going to hang Diddy out to dry. You understand? They have done so much, and this has been a type of situation that ruined somebody. You know what I'm saying? He can never come back from this case. He can only go out and live his life probably comfortably if he have the money and the revenue, but he could never be on Hollywood red carpet again, the Walk of Fame and all this other shit like that. He can never do that anymore. He can just be, if he ever gets out, try to live his life off comfortably. The Southern District will make sure that whatever they want from Sean John, Diddy, Brother Love, Combs, whatever they want from them, they're going to get it. If it's other people they want from him and he has that information, they're going to get it.
Do you think he would snitch on other people to get a lesser sentence? He seems that kind of guy who would crumble. Unlike he might be enjoying prison though, bro. He might be enjoying prison on his fucking knees.
Yo, is the Pope Catholic? Is pig pork?
What about his kids? Because he has 7 kids. Like,
yeah, the kids.
I don't think he has 7 kids.
Does he not? I read that he had 7.
Quincy is not his son.
Is it not?
Yeah, Quincy is his son. That is Al B. Sure's son that was brainwashed by Diddy. Mm-hmm. You understand? That was brainwashed by Diddy. Al always loved his son. You understand what I'm saying? And if anybody's listening here to know that, is that Kim kept Al away from him because he knew that Puff was claiming him, and Puff could have hurt Quincy and her. You understand? But Al always loved his son. I know Al personally. Al is a good dude. You know what I mean?
What was Kim going to expose on Diddy?
Well, I can say that Kim could have exposed the fact that he financed her drug use. He financed the freak-offs because she at one time may have been part of something like that. You understand? That if he had those homosexual tendencies, she could have talked about that. She also could have talked about the night that Big got murdered and how I tried to stop us from leaving that house. It's a lot of things that Kim could have discussed. How the fact that he ended up getting all 3 girls who knew each other pregnant and having kids by him. A lot of stuff she could have talked about.
Yeah, it's sad that she passed.
Yeah.
It's sad that she passed. What about Cassie?
I didn't know Cassie. I've never even met Cassie.
Because someone, what was a notebook or something that somebody found, or the diary that got released about Puff?
That was Kim. I think that was Kim's
Was that
stuff.
Kim's diary?
That's what they say. We don't know that to be true. Some of the things that, you know, I've seen excerpts of the book, and some of the things they were talking about, I know it never happened. I know it didn't go down like that. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't really telling the truth about what I saw.
Do you have any regrets working with Diddy?
I don't have any regrets. You know, see, I left on my own accord. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have no regrets, you know, other than the fact that, and it still goes back to that feeling that the night Big died, I just wish he would have listened and had never went to that party.
Does that replay in your mind all the time?
Even though I know the truth now, there's nothing I couldn't stop him, it still somehow gets to me. And I'm trying to, but you got to realize, I went with the regret for over 20-some years. A year or two ain't gonna stop that feeling from going away. You know what I mean? But I always say I'm 10 times the normal man.
Has Faith Evans ever says anything?
I've never even had a conversation. I had one conversation with Faith since Big died, and I was trying to get a piece of jewelry of mine back that Stevie J gave to her the night Big died. That was it.
Yeah, there's just so many names involved, and it seems as if a lot of people are running scared with it. It seems to be getting worse. It seems to be getting worse.
Kim.
What about the prison he's in Brooklyn? Is he in
Kim was
protection?
very scared.
Well, they're gonna put him in certain kind of protection, but that particular jail down there, it's hard to protect a rat from a cat. You know what I mean? You can't protect nobody down there if they really want you, at all, and they know that.
Do you think his life is in danger in prison, or do you think with the money he has?
No, his life is in danger, just like anybody else would in the prison system, or even more so, because he's like a trophy.
How hard is it for you to be seeing that you've worked with someone to then see the stuff that they're going through in prison? Does it make you sick that he's actually done some of the shit that he's done?
Well, it makes me sick that the fact that he heard what he have done to kids and women against their will. If that all plays out to be true, my man, fuck them and feed them beans.
Do you think the coppers, the police will ever come and ask you for a statement against Diddy?
They can ask me only with what I talk. I said everything on the damn internet already. You know what I'm saying? What they gonna do? Pick out something, say, yo, hey, you said this, you said that. Yeah, okay, I said it. And what? You know what I mean? The only thing that I can feel like that incriminates him is the fact of what he said about Danity Kane. But he said that, like I said, in front of a lot of people in the studio.
What about Jaguar Wright?
What about her?
How's things with her? Because obviously she's been very outspoken, not just about Diddy, but about so many people. Could her life ever become a threat?
I think Jag life has people been threatening Jag life for a long time, but I think Jag and the people around her can handle whatever need to be done. Listen to me, man. Nothing beats an ambush. I don't care who you are. We seen that in Kennedy. We seen that in Martin Luther King. You understand? We seen that in Malcolm X. We seen that in Medgar Evers and some of the greatest leaders that we ever had in this world. If they want you, ain't nothing you could do about it when they come to get you. But man the fuck up.
How do you think America is the now?
I think that America is one of the best places in the world to live, to be. We have so many things that you can enjoy all over this place. You know what I'm saying? We have it where you can be, our country, we got places you can go that's cold. You got places you can go with warm. You got places that you can go that has blue water. We have places you got like water look green. You understand?
And
we
brown.
got mountains. We got trees. We got everything that every place else want. We just got to get the right people to lead us in the right direction so we all can have a better life.
What about J-Lo? Because I know you were quite fond of her and said she was very pleasant, but do you think she could be under a bit of pressure, especially being married? Was she married to Diddy?
No, not at all.
Never?
She wasn't married to Diddy. Her mother wouldn't allow that shit.
Would she not?
Huh?
Why?
Because her mother didn't like Puff at all. Her mother would not accept not one of Puff's gifts, and Puff constantly tried to send her gifts. When Puff go out with J-Lo and it was an occasion, Christmas or just holidays, and she found out it was her mother's birthday, you know, she would never accept anything from him.
What was the worst thing you ever seen Puff do?
Wow.
Not listen.
Did he think he knew everything?
He could think that he know everything, and then he would ask the wrong people the wrong shit.
What do you think his biggest downfall has been?
Himself.
Wow.
He his worst enemy. He just didn't know it. When he started getting into the drugs and using the drugs and everything, he lost himself.
Do you think that's what it all comes down to? The party and the drugs and just completely getting lost up in that life?
Start believing
His own
shit that you
bullshit.
shouldn't believe, and shit that you should do, and shit that you shouldn't do. Drugs, like the infamous words of Rick James, cocaine is a hell of a drug. You know what I mean? We lost so many superstars, so many athletes that was great because of drugs. He just so shows. He's a poster child now.
What do you think happened to Whitney Houston?
I don't really know, brother. You know, for what they say, I can only repeat. And I don't think I need to repeat what they said. You know, that she died of an overdose in the tub. And it's strange, her daughter died the same way. You know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't need to repeat that, you know, because I know very little about it.
Do you think a lot of these people are devil worshippers? Do you believe in that? Like,
Huh?
do you think a lot of these people in higher places become devil worshippers? Do you believe that they then become satanic and start believing in a certain religion
Well, I think
of Satanism?
I think that when you have people and you introduce them and you fool them that God is not real and God doesn't exist, and they start throwing up signs that's supposed to represent the Illuminati, supposed to represent some type of satanic, you know, just like God has his kingdom, so does the devil. And these people pick and choose what they want to do and who they want to do it with. And once they represent that and show you that they represent that, if you still like them, you still listening to them, if you still enjoying their music, you don't think you're a part of them and what they worship? and what they do, you're caught up just as much as they are. So when somebody, you know, do this, do that, do this, you know what I'm saying, do that, and they showing sign that they are part of that satanic cult, and you still want to listen to their music, you just as guilty as they are.
What do you think needs to change
That's
then
crazy.
in the music industry, in the film industry? Because when we talk about Hollywood, we talk about the music industry, how dark and demonic it is. You listen to music from the 60s, 70s, Sam Cooke, some of the amazing singers back in the day when it was just all about love, and then you look at the music now and you see what they're wearing, what they're dressing, the kids. Do you think it totally needs shut down to be reformed? Because listen, music's a beautiful thing. It brings people together. You can enjoy your day, but with the frequencies now it's in music and the change of the tone and the words that are in it, you are what you listen to, so you are what you speak, you are what you eat. But if kids are constantly getting played, we look at Britney Spears and Baby Hit Me One More Time, they've got a young girl dressed as a schoolgirl and they're normalising fucking paedophilia, basically. Like, what do you think would totally need to change in the music industry to kind of clean it up a bit? Or do you think we're just so far gone that we've just accepted it as a world in a whole?
See, what happens is that just like the government, everything has a certain lobbyist that they want to go in a certain direction. When they want the government to do something, there's people that goes in there and they pay senators, they lobby, yo, I'll do this, I'll do that for you. You understand? In the music business, they want to suppress. In the music business, they want to have the prison system filled with a certain amount of people, certain race of people. So you got people that controls what kind of music get played on the radio. The same song 1,000 times. You understand? You understand? Sexy Red, they'll play that 1,000 times. And they got regular songs, they got good songs by her and other people that brings a conscience to an individual. They don't want nothing that you could be conscious about, that you could be righteous about. We had that at one time. We had the people like Public Enemy, Poor Righteous Teachers, Grand 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞, just people that KRS-One, you know, they're guys out here right now that speaking the truth and speaking stuff like that are positivity. You understand? They don't want that in your vibration. They don't want none of the things that will help the culture and help the people grow. You understand? Because they want to keep it at a certain level, man. They want the yays and the nays. You understand? Always fighting against each other. Nobody coming together on nothing. And none of us are getting half the pie. They only giving us a little quarter or a corner.
When did you start looking into it that way? Because we don't always see it the way we see it now, if you know what I'm saying. Because 10 years ago, 50, like, I loved that sort of music, that sort of genre from Tupac, Biggie, Eminem. You kind of, but then we actually look, because they say the CIA was involved in hip hop. I don't know how true that is. They say they changed it because people smoking weed, people drinking champagne, it becomes glorified, it becomes sexy, and people normalise it. Same as when girls were smoking. A woman who I had on was talking about not many women smoked. So what they've done is they got a massive film star to get her to smoke on screen.
Right.
And the percentage of women went from 0 to like 30% in the space of 2 years by a certain woman smoking cigarettes on movies.
Programming.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. I think that me coming in touch with what I want myself and my legacy and my kids and my people to know once I leave here. Got me more in touch with what I need to talk about and what I need to do in order to put some kind of positivity in people I know that are bright, people that I know that are energetic, people that I know that are great in every aspect, but because this poison is out here and it's in our veins now, we got to figure out a way to ourselves to get it out.
Yeah, it's a worry. The kids are the future, but it's a worry from what they've had to now see, especially with social media, especially with music. Everything's a distraction. Everything's noise. The damage that's going to do to the mindset, even fucking so much as earpods, the vibrations and the signals that are coming off from it's damaging towards brain cancers and other things, and technology, the screens, iPads, iPhones, computers. There's so much noise, and it is a worry, especially as a father myself. And I know this shit though, but it still doesn't stop me scrolling. It doesn't stop me still listening to music. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying to people stop listening to music, but it's certain music, like we spoke about, it plays with the vibrations, 808s. What do you think of Kanye West?
That was just a whole lot. You went from there.
Yeah,
to
sorry,
Kanye West.
because I remember he was talking about 808s and the music frequencies. He was exposing it to say be careful because it takes the vibration in your body and the water. So he was talking about 808s.
Yeah, the thing about it is this, man. Yo, I was saying this the other day. We have 195 nations. But there's about, 2,021 satellites up in the air. Why? Why is it now that you had to have government approval to launch a rocket into space, and you don't have to have that approval anymore because you got the money? What the hell is going on here? It's all that these people are trying to program us because they know if we get that one person that can break the chain, we get that one person that can come in mind and educate us to be different. They know that they don't have that control over us going over the phone. They don't have the control of what we buy to wear. We don't put importance on a lot of things anymore. That one person. So they're going to keep on.
What do you think life is, Gene?
A crock of shit, then you die. No, I'm just kidding.
A positive note. Thanks for coming today, everybody.
I'm just kidding, man.
No, you're not. No, you're fucking not.
No, man, I love life. For real, man. I love when I sit down and I write some poetry and it comes together for me. You understand? I love when I read something and it takes me somewhere else, that even though I've never visited the place, you understand, I can visualize it. I love when I eat some good food and I say, God damn. I love when I wake up in the morning, I got a heart on. You understand? Life is so fucking good. And all they ask us to do is to pray and treat your fellow man like you want to be treated.
What about the election next week? Do you take much
Facts.
notice of it?
Facts.
I sure do.
Who are you going for, Trump?
I'm a Trump guy. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Whoever don't like it, you understand? I know you don't supposed to be into politics and you don't supposed to be into religion when you talk on these things, but I'm talking about what I need for America, what we need for the world. You understand? We need somebody that's gonna grab a motherfucker, grab his up on the balls, and I'm not prejudiced with the women and nothing like that, but gonna say enough is enough. Enough is enough. I got the power over here. If I tell you to stop bombing, stop doing that, you're gonna stop. You understand? And I believe he's the man for that job.
Facts.
I believe that because they hate him so bad, and anytime they hate somebody so much, you understand, and willing to do anything to get him out of there, that means he's good for the people.
Look at the people that have killed. Your JFKs, your Malcolm X, Gandhi, like the people who fucking John Lennon.
Mega Adeline,
Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
What do you think will happen if Trump doesn't become president?
I think that we will be at World War III, and that war would invade the United States of America.
And the UK.
And the UK.
Big Gene, it's always a pleasure. But just before we finish up, give me your whole rundown on the Diddy scenario, like what you think the outcome will be. Do you think he'll get life? Do you think he'll get out? Do you think he'll snitch on people? What do you think the outcome will be? And does he deserve it?
Well, if the Southern District, as well as they do their homework, and they can prove any of the charges, that even though some of them are salacious and they might be looking for, people are looking for a payday, or they are looking for compensation of what happened to them, if they could take some of those charges and find out that they were legitimately criminal charges, I think that the Southern District will get at least anywhere, if he doesn't snitch at anywhere, 15 to life on him. And if he becomes a cooperating witness for them because there's other bigger fish to fry and he can help them, he will probably do 10 years and 8 of those will be in the halfway house and he'll be out. But he's going to jail. No ifs, ands, and buts.
Where do you go forward for the future, Gene? What's your plans?
I want to write my 3rd book, probably do a cookbook. I'm trying to do this movie that's crazy, and it ain't about nothing with this. It's about some girls. It's about some girls growing up. And it's like, yo, how you going to write about some girls growing up? Because I see the story in my head. I raised daughters, you know, and I really want to do this story. It's going to be something powerful for the community. You know what I mean? And it's about the girls that I've seen in the community and everything. Now, I don't want to get into it with a lot of people, but I want to work on that. I was just gifted my dad's house. And I really want to get the finance up to redo it like it should be done. It's something that he had worked hard for. It's something that his wife, Jan Robinson, who's a lovely woman, had worked hard for. She was a PA, a nurse, a physician assistant. And I want to put it back to where it's supposed to be. The house was built in 1891. And I want to do the work that it needs to be done. So if I ever have grandkids, I want to make it like a museum. My father was a horseman. He dealt with quarter horses.
What is that?
A horseman?
Yeah.
He was a guy who bought, sold,
Just buy and sell horses?
Quarter horses, yeah. Mm-hmm. He owned, real estate, and he owned like a barbershop and everything, but he had his education also. He had his master's in English. He taught for a while, but he's the type of dude that he left a legacy, and I don't want it to go away. I got some of his old saddles there, his hats, his cowboy guns, buckles, and all the stuff like that. So I want to make a wall and build in a glass case and put all that stuff in there so his kids could see that. You know what I mean? Grandkids and nieces never could ever see that. I want to make it into like, since, I met my father at 16, but I met my mother at 12, but they took me in. You know what I mean? And I want to show everybody, this is our past, even though they are our future.
How important is being a dad for you?
Man, that's one of the greatest things, gifts that God could give you. It's just that, and I want to tell all the fathers that's out there, and this, I was told this, be able to look your kids in the eyes when they become adults and know that you have done everything impossible in the world for them to make their lives good. And that's a blessing. But remember every moment as a child that you have with them, because they may not want to give you no grandkids no time soon.
Just before we finish up, who's the guy who says another one? The DJ, the producer?
DJ Khaled?
Aye.
Khaled.
What about DJ Khaled? Because he seems to have been quiet. He's from Palestine, I believe, doesn't say anything about his people. How close was he with Diddy?
I don't know how close he was with Diddy. I can't say that. I know he was close with Fat Joe. You understand? And I was around Khaled when I was bodyguarding Scott Storch. You know what I'm saying? He used to come in and out and everything, give music for Scott, do things and stuff like that. But I don't know his relationship with Diddy.
Just before we finish up, Gene, for anybody that's in a life of struggle right now, what advice would you have for them?
Listen here, man. You only meeting where the next man have met. Anything that you want to do, if you want to be a mechanic, be around people that work on cars. If you want to be in the music business, be around the people in the music business. If you want to be a nurse, be around the people that's going to school. Anything that you want to do, you can do it. Just be around the people who are doing the same thing that you want to do. And if you're having a struggle in life, like I said, you only meeting where the next man have met. And know this inside yourself, that God has already put the prescription inside you. All you got to do is take your own medicine and get better.
Where can people buy your books, Gene?
You can get them at Amazon. Gene Deal, My World of Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star. That's my first book. It goes from 1 to 18 in the chapters. Now, my second book is Life After Death when Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star by Gene Deal. And it goes from 19 to 40. You can't skip those chapters. This third book is starting at chapter 41. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some people like to get the second book, first book, and all like that. But both of them are great reads. And you can also Cash App Big Gene 52 at Gmail. Cash App Big Gene 52 or PayPal Big Gene 52. And in the description, put your information in there, and I'll email you. I'll send you a copy. I'll mail you a copy, which is shipping and handling of $50. And remember, if you live overseas, it's always $35 to $40 extra if you want a signed copy on top of the $50, and that's for the mail. That's what they charge you.
Mm-hmm. Big Gene, would you like to finish up on anything else?
I'm good, brother.
I'm good.
Right.
Listen, God bless you. I look forward to the third book, brother. And no doubt I'll see you again, possibly next year for part 3.
All right.
Take care, bro.
Appreciate it.
I definitely want to know about DJ Khaled, man. He is in so many pictures. He's in so many pictures that's floating around the internet when people telling the story about Diddy. And I would love to know more about what he's doing or his part in all this, or what he thinks about all this Diddy stuff, because he was sure enough getting in them pictures. Y'all let me know in the description, man. In the description, listen to me. Y'all let me know in the comments. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.